Hey guys! Today I thought I would film my third trimester pregnancy video because I'm obviously quite close to the end of my pregnancy now. I am 39 weeks, so I could technically pop at any time, which I'm hoping to, but I thought I'd better film it before it actually happens because the longer I leave it, the less likely I am to put it up. And I still really would like to be able to watch these back and be able to compare to my first pregnancy, and then obviously if I have another baby I would like to be able to look back and compare it to that too. And also I just really like watching other people's, so yeah, here I am and this is the last trimester and I've made a little list of things so I don't forget. I feel like yesterday was probably one of my only really hormonal pregnancy days. I've only had like a handful. I've been really lucky, and I think I just felt really crap and fed up yesterday because the night before Steph and I had gone for a walk, and we like tend to go for little walks in the evenings if we have either of his parents over or if we have a babysitter, but this walk ended up being about 2.5 hours. We didn't mean it to, we just got a bit carried away, and I think I basically just overdid it, and I woke up yesterday and I was just feeling really like uncomfortable and everything was aching, and it was just too much for me this far along in my pregnancy, I think, because my tummy's really heavy. But I find it really hard to like not do stuff and just relax and just sit down basically, because I'm always on the go and I like being on the go, so I find it really hard to relax at this point in pregnancy, especially as you're just waiting. So I feel like the more distracted I can be, the better, but I'm not very good at it. So yeah, I was a bit of a miserable pregnant person yesterday. So today I took myself off to get a little pregnancy massage, which I did I think at the same point in my pregnancy with Grayson as well, and it made such a difference. I feel like if you're in the last trimester of your pregnancy and you're considering it, definitely do it, because it for me, it's like, it just made me feel really relaxed, and it kind of relieved a lot of areas that I was carrying a lot of tension in, like my shoulders, and having someone massage your feet when you're pregnant is amazing, because obviously you've got so much extra weight on there anyway, and I can't really touch my own feet, and I don't think Steph really wants the job of like massaging my feet every night. So to have a little foot massage was just like, oh, heavenly. I wanted to kiss the woman. But yeah, anyway, I feel much better now. I think I just overdid it and I need to like just learn to chill, and I'm really not good at chilling. So in terms of like pregnancy signs and symptoms and stuff, I definitely feel like the last trimester has been my hardest. I've had an amazing pregnancy up until about 2 weeks ago, and I still can't complain because everything's healthy and I'm just really big and uncomfortable. I feel like I'm bigger this time than I was with Grayson. I just feel really heavy, and getting out of bed is really difficult. Sleeping is really difficult. I have to have like, I literally am sleeping with about 4 pillows right now and a wedge just to get comfy, and like rolling over at night time is really difficult and painful because my hips tend to crack when I'm like mid-roll, because the weight of everything is just like a little bit ridiculous. Also getting in and out of the car is difficult, putting on shoes, putting on my pants is difficult, just getting dressed, like general like everyday stuff that you tend to take for granted when you don't have a person inside you is just getting really difficult now. But yeah, like I said, the last little stretch for me is definitely the hardest. The rest of it has been amazing and I've loved it, which I've mentioned before, but like I never thought I would say after my first pregnancy, because I found my first one so difficult. This one has just been like the complete opposite, and I've really loved it. I'm just ready now. I'm ready to meet my baby and not get my body back, because that's not my priority at all, but just to be like less heavy would be great. Another thing I've noticed with this pregnancy in the third trimester, which I didn't get before, which bothered me at first, but I'm kind of learning to be okay with it now because I get a baby at the end, is that I've got lots more stretch marks this time. So when I had Grayson, I didn't have any until after I had him, and then I just had like one little one on my tummy. This time my skin feels so much more stretched, like sometimes I can feel it stretching, and I've been using so much stretch mark creams and oils and all that kind of stuff. But I've got so many on my stomach now, and it's to the point of no return. I don't think I can salvage my stomach, which is lucky that I'm more of a swimsuit kind of person than a bikini person now. So yeah, definitely got a few more stretch marks this time, but yeah, in the grand scheme of things, that's really doesn't bother me very much. I just want a happy, healthy baby and a healthy birth. Another thing I've noticed that I didn't have last time is hair growth. My hair has grown a lot, but not like, it's really hard to explain, not like body hair and not like the length of my hair, but I used to have like these little baby hair tufts at the top of my head, and I've had them for years, just, you know, those like little fluffy bits. And I was doing my hair the other day and I realised that they had actually grown from like just being little tufts, which I've always had, to being like down here. So yeah, my hair's grown loads, and I've also found that my nails have been really good this time and my skin's been really good this time, which were all things that I never got with Grayson, which doesn't make me think I'm having a girl, because I don't really believe in all the like old wives' tales and stuff, but that just shows you like the physical signs of how this pregnancy has been so different to the last one. So walking has definitely become a lot more difficult, and I find that like an hour is really all I can do, like if we go into town or if I take Grayson out or something. And I find that quite frustrating, because before the third trimester I've always been a really active mum, so like Gracie and I will go out for the day and we'll go to the park, and then we'll go to the library, and then we're always doing something, whereas I feel quite restricted now that I'm like, okay, we can go out for like an hour or two, and then I either get tired or heavy or walking becomes difficult. So I feel a little bit more housebound, I suppose, this time. And I do feel a bit guilty that he's been at home more. I mean, he doesn't really mind, he loves it. And we also have my mother-in-law over at the moment, who he adores. So that has helped things a lot, because they just like play and stuff when I get tired. But yeah, I find that quite frustrating. I've also found dressing quite difficult in this last month. I feel like this video is like a really like ranty video. I told you the last month was the hardest. I don't mean it to be, I just want it to be really honest. But yeah, I found dressing really hard because the weather here has been really funny. It's been like rainy / sunny, and I can't reach my feet to put like shoes on properly, so I've been wearing like slide-on sandals. But then when it is raining, I'm like, I'm just gonna get wet feet. And also none of my like maternity clothes even fit me anymore, because I've put on quite a lot of weight. I haven't weighed myself. I basically don't fit anything right now, so I'm wearing, mostly around the house, I'm wearing Steph's jogging bottoms and Steph's t-shirts, and they're actually the same jogging bottoms that I used to wear when I was pregnant with Grayson, which normally would just fall off me, but my hips have like got so wide that they fit me now. Well, I'd say my hips, but it's probably my arse, to be honest. Yes, I'm mainly just wearing his stuff. Apart from this dress, actually, which I kept, I haven't worn this dress in years. Like, I think the last time I wore this dress was when, I think it was my second date with Steph. It's quite old. I've had it since I was about 19. When I was a student, I bought this in an All Saints sale, and it's actually perfect for this level of pregnancy because it's quite a long dress. So the bump like really fits in it. So I've managed to like salvage this from my pre-pregnancy wardrobe, which I've been living in for the past few days. But yeah, generally it's been a really good pregnancy, and I feel like we're just in that weird little limbo stage now where it could really be any time, and we're just sort of waiting for it to happen. And I don't know, I find that stage quite difficult because it's all you think about. Well, for me anyway, it's literally always on my mind, and all I think about and all I talk about. It's really like all encompassing, and poor Steph must be sick of hearing about it. But I also feel like maybe I feel like this stage is taking longer because we had a miscarriage in between children. So I technically, if the first pregnancy had worked, would have a 1-year-old. I think because it took us a while longer than we thought it would to conceive as well. I think it took 9 months. That I just feel like I've been waiting forever for this baby. Anyway, all in all, it's been a really nice pregnancy this time around, and I feel a bit sad that it's coming to an end, but like excited, and we don't know what we're having, so that's like my next thing. I'm like, oh my god, who is this little person? And I can't imagine, like, in a couple of weeks we're gonna have this person that we can't imagine not having as part of our family, which is really strange to think. But anyway, I feel like, whew, sorry, I just ran out of battery and had to run downstairs to get another one. I still do feel a little bit nervous about birth, but I also think that that's completely normal at this stage, especially when it's your second and you kind of know what's coming. But then at the same time, I also feel like I'm glad I know what's coming, because then I feel like really mentally prepared for it, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, oh, I should show you a bump shot. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I've just kind of balanced you on the radiator. It is pretty ridiculous. That is bump at 38/ almost 39 weeks. I'm going to show you my stretch marks too, because I feel like that's just real life, isn't it? Glamorous. Yeah, that's the belly from the front. I don't know if you can really even see them, but like, this is like my main one, which used to be really tiny like that, and it's just stretched out. And then there's some like all around the sides and at the top there, a few at the sides there, and I can feel my skin like stretching down here now as well. But yeah, this is the belly. But yeah, anyway, I hope you have enjoyed my pregnancy updates this time. Sorry there hasn't been very many of them, but I feel like because I've had such a chilled pregnancy, I haven't really had that much to update about until this trimester, where I'm like, nah. Generally, I've been really lucky. I suppose next time I do an update or something, there may be a baby. I might try and do a couple of vlogs before the baby arrives, I'm not sure. Depends how I feel. I'm kind of taking each day as it comes. But I will see you all soon. Bye.